All right, good morning, KW Milwaukee, on a beautiful Tuesday, July 11th. I hope everybody had an incredible, fun-filled 4th of July week last week, and that those of you who attended Bummerfest had more fun than bummers. But and for those of you who have college kids and high school kids, hopefully you stayed out of the fray. So I'm going to kick it off this morning. It's actually going to be a pretty 2 weeks ago we had team meeting. We went a little long. This week will be a little bit more of a tighter message, a little more light. I want to ground some perspective with you on what's going on in the market on two things that were shared with me this week that I thought were incredibly powerful and I thought were good reminders as to where we are sitting here on July 11th. And then Joan actually has some important compliance updates for you, and we'll rock and roll. Sound good?
Yep.
Beautiful. All right. So mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspectives. One of the things that we always, try and do and ground ourselves in is in terms of what our mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspectives, and how it lives out every day through our community. How that lives, breathes, how it creates the fabric of our community, and what that looks like. For the last several years, a member in our community has ran a golf outing that has had a major impact in raising funds for those impacted with cancer. So with that, I gave John Lorenz the opportunity to tell us a little bit about what he has upcoming. And I will tell you, as an organization, it is something that we have supported both financially as well as through leveraging our network and resources. So John, tell us a little bit about your event that's coming up and how you give experiences worth giving.
All right, thanks, Charlie, for the time this morning. Yes, we've been doing this golf outing now. This will be our 15th year. And it all started because 4 friends of mine lost their fathers to cancer back in high school and college, way too early. And so we decided we needed to do something more about it. And so now we've grown this event to a sold out golf outing at Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex. This year has taken on another level of importance to me personally. My 13-year-old niece was diagnosed with leukemia a month and a half ago. My cousin Nate, 39 years old with 2 young girls, was diagnosed with brain cancer 2 weeks ago. So it's always been something heavy on my heart, but now it's taken it to a whole new level with that as well. So what Protect the Package and This Time Tomorrow does, we give out what are called random acts of kindness. If you know anybody, and this is talking to the whole Keller Williams family, if you know anybody that's battling any kind of cancer, male or female, any age, and have some kind of financial need, and the financial need is pretty loosely defined. If you were to go on to This Time Tomorrow's website, thistimetomorrow.org, you'll see an application there. We give out these random acts of kindness, which are a check for $5,000. We show up to your door, we knock on your door, and we hand over this check to you, no questions asked. You can use it for bills, you can use it for a vacation if you just need to escape for a while because you've been going through so much, rent, groceries, whatever it is. This year, we're aiming to give out 100 of those random acts of kindness. So we're looking to raise and give out $500,000 through my satellite golf outing, their gala that they do in November, and just a couple other events that they do. So as Charlie mentioned, Keller has been awesome in supporting this event. What I could use from all of you is a fun afternoon. $165, you see here on this sheet what it all includes. You actually wind up kind of making money by the time the tournament's over. You give away so much stuff and have so many different unique opportunities. So if you can take the time, I'll be putting this out on all of the different Facebook pages today with a link to sign your team up. If you feel like you can't golf, well, we have a level for you, level C. If you feel like you're an amazing golfer, we have a level for you. That's level A, and then there's one in between. So everybody's got a home. And if you still feel like you can't do it or don't want to do it, you could always be a sponsor. So there's information on the page for that as well. So please give it a chance. August 19th, we've had so many people that have come for 15 straight years because they feel it's the best run and most fun outing that they come to each year. So I hope you guys can give that a chance and make August 19th a Protect the Package Day.
Awesome. Lorenz, we've been very fortunate to help support your cause, something that's near and dear to your heart, and it's definitely gotten more near and dear and closer to you in the last several weeks. I know as you and I have spoken, and this is a phenomenal example of the way in which that our mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspectives comes to life. And from the standpoint of John taking his time, talent, energy, and resources to provide experiences worth giving. So Lorenz, appreciate you, love you. And for those that are interested, be on the lookout for the registration links and ways in which that you can support if you so choose. Sound good? Sweet. All right. So couple quick leadership and people updates for the group. First of all, someone to celebrate. This weekend, Britton Keck, Agent Services Coordinator out in Lake Country, got married. So congrats to Britt and get married this Saturday. She is out this week, working a little bit remotely, but working on a few things there. Secondly, so if you don't know, my wife's having a fourth child tomorrow. A lot of pressure. So no. So I'll give you a little bit of background. We're entering a world in which we'll have 4 kids under 6. That's why I'm crying. Because who would have thought, who would be so dumb to have 4 kids under 6? Yeah. Well, but here's the truth. When we had number 2, Harriet, we had Harriet on a Thursday. I was back in the office on a Monday. Okay. When we had Walker, I was out for maybe 4 or 5 days. I'll tell you, as a parent, it was quite frankly unfair to Megan, and B, incredibly difficult and hard on our family as we try to navigate that, because I didn't think about the impact that had. So I just wanted to give you a quick update as to what that means for me. Okay. Over the next several weeks, you likely won't see me in person for a little while, so I can take some time. Yeah. No, but in all seriousness, what my plan is I'll be tuned in and working remotely, but my goal is to be leading through Mandy, Bernie, Diana, and Josh in order to help us kind of navigate life with 4 under 6, and also to try and make up for some lost time that I didn't do with the number 2 and number 3 of the time that I didn't take. So starting tomorrow, I'll be out for a few weeks, and you'll hear from me you'll hear from me here and there. But I'll really be leading the team remotely through them. And if there's anything you need, they know how to get a hold of me. But just wanted to give you an update as to, like, if you feel as if I've fallen off the face of the earth, that's part of the reason why. And when you have number 4, you don't really make announcements or things. It just, a lot of people didn't know that we were pregnant until I was like, yeah, we're having a baby tomorrow. So I just wanted to give you an update as to where I'm at in life and why, if I'm not as present as I normally am, for those reasons. Sound good? Cool. All right. Moving on. Cool. Couple office operations updates. We're still cleaning up and what this looks like and trying to get you listing information. I know yesterday it did not come out because we still have a few things to clean up as it relates to how people enter the information, because there is still a lot of filtering we have to do on the backside in order for it to come out. So stay tuned for the list of new listings that will be coming. Now, 2 things for you. I've had several people are like, hey, what happened to the list? Hey, what happened to the list? The world is run by those who show up. Pay attention. We've been sending out reminders that we're collecting information on Fridays and we're collecting information on Mondays to then get back to you on Monday afternoons in order to get you information before it hits the MLS. Sound good and fair? Beautiful. Be on the lookout for that list to come out sometime early this morning We just had a few things that we needed to clean up as it relates to that, but we're going to continue to try and flex this muscle. I can tell you it's making an impact because I know of at least 5 deals that have come together in the last 3 weeks because of the list. So the more we are good about entering the information into the list of stuff that isn't on the MLS, the better we are at leveraging our scaling community. Sound good? Beautiful. One other small little project that Willis has been working on, this will touch all 4 of our locations. Okay, it will touch all of our locations, and here's a sneak preview. One sec.
So we can pass on a question.
That's not happening.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We're going to set 5 minutes on the clock and we're going to kick it off. Here it goes.
All right.
So I've seen on social, the bios, everything that you two are the wild dynamic duo. And what's something that you'd love to share with the audience that we probably don't know about you?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, we met in high school. We've been dating we just celebrate
28 years.
28 years.
27.
What else? Sherry was a special ed teacher.
Used to teach kids with disabilities.
What did I do?
You used to sell long distance.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Telephone services, door to door. Yeah,
I did that too. Not door to door.
Yeah, but yeah, it was interesting. We live in Wauwatosa, and we're 2 kids out of West Dallas.
Hey.
All right. All right, Willis.
Your turn.
Your question?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You want to do it?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Describe your perfect day.
My perfect day is me waking up at 10 a.m., having a delicious cup of coffee, preferably at Starbucks, as you know me.
Of course.
Then I'm probably kicking it off with some Mariah Carey in my eardrums because I have to really hear her first album to really get my day going. And the weather cannot be over 78 degrees.
Okay.
Probably we're pushing like 50% humidity and really BSing with all my friends and getting an opportunity to be creative, whether that's taking selfies or running around Milwaukee and taking photos. It's really just a creative mental health day for me is what recharges my battery and allows me to do what I do. And I think that's the most rewarding for me.
That sounds like a wonderful day. Let's put it on the calendar. I want to do it.
You want a Mariah Monday with me?
Mariah Monday. That could be today.
Yeah.
So one of the things we're going to be working on is what this segment called 5 and 5. Okay. And what Willis is going to do is highlight different members of our community for you guys to get to know different peoples across different geographies and ways in which that you may not have otherwise done. And what it is designed to do is allow you to peel back the onion as to who people truly are, other than the success that you see them have, and allow you the opportunity to be like, man, you know what? Just using Dan and Sherry as an example, Dan and Sherry, an awesome couple. I'm thinking about getting into business with my spouse. They're thinking about leaving their job. I would love to go sit down and take them for a lunch or coffee or whatever it may be. And Willis, the next week, and we have a whole list of people that we're starting with, is we're just going to go interview people from Lake Country to Tosa to New Berlin to the North Shore and everywhere in between for you guys to get to know and better understand those in which who live within our community, to better understand who they are, other than just a name on a page with the production that they see. Sound good? Awesome. So stay tuned for more of that. A little bit of a sneak preview this morning, but we'll be releasing that series here in the next couple of weeks. Cool. All right. With that, I think I'm flipping it over to Lindsay Vranick, who's got a few tech and marketing resources for you as to what's coming up and down the pike.
All right, good morning. So since we're now in the second half of the year, I just wanted to provide another overview of all of the tech and marketing resources that we have available across all 4 locations. So you've heard me talking about this quite a bit, but I just wanted to bring up the KW Marketing Concierge. So you can find this on our website. There's a tab in the navigation menu at the very top of the screen, KW Marketing Concierge. This is where you're going to find all of the available templates that we can personalize for you. And I also wanted to just take a couple minutes and introduce Drew. He is actually our summer intern. So if you've seen him around the offices, I'm making sure that people on Zoom can see him. So if you've seen him around, or if you've gotten an email from him, he's helping me out. You'll see him at the front desk with Willis, with Caitlin in Wauwatosa. You may have seen him in Lake Country. So he is, he's in college. He's a marketing major. Drew, just introduce yourself and give a couple.
So yeah, I'm Drew. You may know my mom, Kristen Schlingman, as she's also an agent here. I'm a marketing major at Eau Claire. I'm going to be a senior. I just studied abroad, which was very fun for my first semester of junior year. So I just got back like 6 months ago or 12 months ago about. And so that was really fun. Other than that, I really want to go into the real estate business, kind of why I'm here, trying to get my toes in the water and just helping out Lindsay and Willis with whatever they need.
Yeah, so we're super excited to have Drew for the summer. So again, you'll see him around, and he's been helping create some new templates. So that's another thing, is that you will see new templates added to the marketing concierge every single month. So they're fully customized with all of your information, your overall brand identity, and you're also going to see these in a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time. So when you submit that request, we'll make sure that you get those materials back within 48 hours. But we have business cards, email signatures, trifold brochures, listing and buyer presentations, social media posts, listing marketing material, brochures, flyers, postcards, all of it. Super excited to announce that we also came out with a door hanger template. So a few of you have been asking for door hangers, knocking on doors around your neighborhood, farming different neighborhoods, and we now have these available as well. So like everything else, it's customized to you. If you want different information on there, we can input that and kind of work with you to make sure it's exactly what you're looking for. And with all of the templates, they are completely free. The digital materials are 100% free. There are print options available for everything, door hangers included. So if you're looking to get these professionally printed, we work with 3 really great local printers across Lake Country, the West Dallas, Wauwatosa area, and the North Shore area as well. So we'll connect you with those printers and help facilitate getting those items printed. In addition, we have a lot of grab and go pieces as well. So again, on our website, there's a resources tab. And if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see KW Tech and Marketing Resources. So not only will you see more Command, KW links in there, answers.kw.com, Command 66-Day Challenge, which by the way, answers.kw.com is probably one of the best resources that Keller Williams has available. Anything to do with Command, the apps, KW technology just as a whole, they have specific step-by-step training guides for literally everything. And that is a great website. If you have not bookmarked it, I highly recommend doing so. But anyways, there is a button for marketing assets that you'll see on here. So this is where you'll find these grab and go materials. So you'll see all of the 12 direct postcards. These are PDF files and image files that you can easily just click to download and then send those via direct mail, post them on social media. We did just release the Packer schedule, so that's now available if you wanted to start sending that out to your sphere. Also available as a email smart plan in Command. We have MLS market updates. So we take that MLS information, kind of personalize it a little bit. And those are social media images that you can share. And then we also do some holiday social posts as well. So if you're looking for something like that, again, grab and go, post on social media, and you're done. And finally, we also have the YouTube channel. So don't forget about our YouTube channel. This started back during COVID. 2020, everything was virtual. There is a ton of content on here, you guys. So we've got 3 years worth of content on here. And everything that is on Zoom is recorded and uploaded here. So every single Monday contract training with Joan and Steph is on here. So they're all separated out by playlists. They're titled, they're dated. So you can go in here and easily find what you're looking for. And again, marketing and tech, all of our online Zoom trainings are recorded as well. So team meeting, some masterminds, basically anything Zoom is on here. And then also trainings coming up for July for tech and marketing. We've got a couple really specific ones this month. So this Thursday, July 13th, we're going to go over some resources you haven't heard of. So Kathleen is going to go through like RPR reports and HomeBot and just some other kind of random resources that are available to you as real estate agents. And we're going to dive in a little bit deeper on those. And then on July 20th, we're going to go through kind of narrowed down 36 touch. So we're going to go through 9 touches to implement in Q3. So that's what our training schedule looks like for the month of July for tech and marketing. And again, plug into those resources that we have available. And if you can't find something or you're looking for something specific, just reach out to me, reach out to Drew, and we're here to help. Thank you.
Thanks for getting the
Yeah.
So guys, here's the thing real quick. We hired Drew this summer because we recognize one thing. The tech and marketing resources are being utilized and leveraged in a very, very big way, which is awesome. It means we figured out something that was a gap within our value proposition of what you desired. And we were figuring out a way in which we could fulfill it locally, in which we could control. So we hired Drew as an intern to try and help us figure that out, to think through what does our organizational structure need to be and what headcount do we need to have for the future in order to continue to fulfill the needs in which that you need in order to continue to build your business through your partnership with KW. So Drew's been an awesome asset. He's been with us since beginning of June-ish, mid-May, working in the background on a lot of stuff. But Drew, thanks for all you do. And Lindsay, again, thanks for everything that you've built. So awesome. All right. With that, I'm flipping it over to Sheriff Reed, who has some WRA form updates that you guys should and need to be paying attention to because it impacts your ability to do your jobs. So, Sheriff Reed.
Good morning,
Sheriff.
everybody. Yeah, we have starting July 1st, so back then, we have new forms that went into effect, and I just want to cover them. It's very short, but you need to know. The first one, and actually this is historic. It's the first time since I've been in real estate, which is historic, that they've actually made a document shorter than longer. So the buyer agency contract is now shorter. It's shortened from 7 pages to 6 pages. And I will explain why. So what they're doing is they're dropping the tenant part of the buyer agency. It used to be buyer and tenancy by agency. And now there's a separate tenant representation form. It's called WB 39. So if you're working with a buyer who's going to purchase, maybe and or rent, you need them to fill out both of those forms. But generally, most of the time we were using just for residential buyer agency. And so that's all there is, measly little 6 pages. But they also added the wire fraud warning. And to be alerted, they're probably going to put the wire fraud warning on all of our documents going forward. So it's still becoming a wire fraud. And they want to make sure that when you're sitting down with a buyer or with a seller, that they understand what can happen with wire fraud. So, next. This is a copy of the wire fraud warning. It's a lot of words, so it's not something that you probably should just breeze over when you're presenting the buyer agency form or the listing, whatever. It's something that our clients need to know. If they get a email or something that says we've changed the address for wiring your money, it is this address now. We have to train our clients to always verify that message with a phone call to you, that you're their real estate agent, or to the title company. But it has to be a wiring instructions have to be verified if they get a change of address, because usually that change of address is by someone trying to steal their money. So we want to make sure that all of our clients are up to speed on this and they don't accept an address for wiring their money. So you're going to see this on all of our documents going forward. So in the real estate condition report, there's a change there that went effective July 1st. And it says that in addition to the seller requirement to fill out the record completely, the licensee is who is listing the property is required to inspect the property and ask the seller to comment about the condition. This applies even if the seller is exempt. So your duty as the listing agent is to make sure that you are inspecting the property. There's a nice checklist in that you could use as a guideline, but make sure that you are aware just from your eyes. You don't have expertise in foundations or roofs or situations like that, but just as a keen professional observer of the property, you are required to inspect it. If there's any differences between what you see and what the seller has said in the real estate condition report, they want you to ask the seller to comment on that discrepancy or conflict. And this applies, and I've had certain questions on that, to 1 to 4 dwelling units. This is not for 10-unit buildings, commercial or anything. This is 1 to 4 dwelling units. And the following are added disclosures to the record. So they have that in there, and now they've added some more conditions for the seller to respond to. Solar panels and systems, water treatment systems, and that does include rented water softeners. So hopefully no more agents are having to buy water softeners anymore. It pulls it up, makes the seller make a comment if their water softener is rented. Infestations impacting trees, such as the emerald ash borer. Now we're asking the seller to give their impression or their opinion on the trees on their property. Homeowners associations, as in subdivisions. Subdivision homeowners associations are very powerful sometimes, and you have to be aware of if there is a homeowners association in a subdivision. It's not just for condominiums. They carry a lot of weight in some situations. Is there a private road or a shared driveway agreement? Is there agreement written in place? Here's a phrase you never thought you would see outside of your real estate exam, but riparian rights and navigable waterways. Is this anything attracted to this property? Is it abutting a waterway? Is there an electric vehicle charging station? Accessibility features? And is there a right of first refusal, whether it's recorded or not? Especially whether it's not recorded. Those can kind of be a little slippery surprise sometimes. And you need to put this in front of the seller for them to reply whether yes or no. And if yes, make a comment on it. It makes it more involved with the seller to fill these out. But as you know, some of these conditions are becoming more and more apparent, especially the emerald ash tree situation. Okay, so more on that. Yes, so that was it for the change in the record and the change in the buyer agency agreement. Steph and I want to make sure that you are aware that next Monday for contract training, we are bringing in a special guest, an appraiser. Her name is Lynn Anderson, and she's going to be talking about the role of an appraiser in your contract situations. You will be available, you will be able to ask her questions, talk about what's behind an appraiser's head, what they need to rely on. Do they want comps from you or don't they want comps from you? A lot of these questions come up sometimes, so we thought it'd be good to get Lynn in here to talk for that hour on Monday, the 17th. So that was a good suggestion, Kathleen Wooten, and I think it's going to be a very interesting contract training. So hope to see you there. And actually, I want to add to that, the remaining Mondays of July are going to be just Q&A sessions. We're not going to have a topic because of Ignite happening just the hour before contract training. So as we did last year, this year, we're going to sort of lighten up contract training and let you get fully engaged in Ignite.
Perfect. Sheriff Reed, appreciate all your insights and sharing what's going on within the contracts and what these guys need to be paying attention to. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys, weekly market perspective. I want to share with you two thoughts. Okay. I'm not going to go deep into data right now, but there were two things that I saw this week that were very telling to me that I thought was a good thing to pass along. First, many of you know a very good friend of ours down in Chicago, Tommy Choi. Okay. Something I want to pass along that he posted this morning, and I just noticed this. And I'm going to read this to you verbatim because I'm feeling this from many people, and I've brought this up over the last several weeks. Tommy said this: I was feeling a little disappointed yesterday. Our real estate team is at 40 million in sales halfway through the year. Last year, we hit 75 million by this time. Then I found this old notebook of mine from 2013. Our goal back then was 30 million for the entire year. My 2013 self would be blown away with our 2023 mid-year numbers. He'd be ecstatic. Then I remembered the importance of perspective and being anchored by gratitude. If you're also feeling down too, you're not alone. The market is a weird one and it's okay. Remember, we overestimate what we can do in a year and underestimate what we can accomplish in a decade. Take pride in your journey today. Keep pushing. You're doing better than you think. Your future self might remember this one day. Healthy perspective, and something that I think many of our group needed to hear and where they are at halfway through the year. I'll send that out again because I think it's incredibly important, and I'll post it. And if you don't follow Tommy, Tommy's an interesting character out of Chicago that's a dear friend. He is an interesting character. Second, someone shared with me this that I thought was actually really simple and also made me think. In today's rate environment, and this was kind of my grocery store script of the moment for this week. In today's rate environment, there are three things that can happen. One, rates stay the same and nothing is gained or lost. Two, rates go up and you made a good decision buying now. Three, rates go down and you can refinance. Three choices. Dedicated industry professionals don't try to sell. Instead, they educate the consumer as to the possibilities and let them decide. Think about how that relates to what you put into the world and how you communicate your value to your clients. I thought it was an incredibly important perspective that we must navigate as we navigate where it is that the market is and where it is that the market is going. Remember, educate the consumer as to the possibilities and let them decide. With that, I'm flipping it over to Mandy, who's going to give you the upcoming trainings and events as to how you can sharpen your axe to cut down the trees.
All right, guys, today we have pizza call day. It's just in the innovation office today. So if you want to come out there, they're doing pizza call day at 4:00 this afternoon. Tomorrow, Steph gave us a little preview of this a few weeks ago, but she's going to do a mid-year business review. So she's doing this in both locations, July 13th, which is this week, Thursday. Just making sure you're all paying attention at 1:00. She does have some homework for it too. So there is a link to register and she'll send you out the homework beforehand. She said, don't be afraid of the homework. It won't take long. It's just going to help you guys have a more successful event. And then on July 18th, she'll be in Southwest at 10:30 so that you guys can reassess your goals and set new ones for the second half of the year and check in on the ones you set in January. Virtual summit in 2023. So this is really great. This is a free 3-hour virtual summit all about building a team. So this is something that's being provided by KWRI. If you're looking at
launching a team or you have a team and you're looking to just kind of make sure you're doing things right, it's free. It's a 3-hour online cost. You just need to register with the QR code available here. Ignite kicked off yesterday. So we had a really great kickoff with Emily Fair. If you're not in Ignite, I highly encourage you to attend. It's again free to you guys. It's in person in the Southwest office. I love Ignite. It's like a free mini bold in July. So if you're looking at what you need to be doing and you just want to go to a few sessions, you don't have to go to all of them, plug into the topics you think will be really helpful for you. We have new instructors teaching new different classes. So if you've taken it before, it's all new. We really encourage our teachers to teach through examples and things that they've really experienced. And it's not just reading through a book. So if you are available, I highly, highly encourage you to attend Ignite. Also, we have our regional training. So we fought really hard to get the region to come to Milwaukee. We're always going up to Minneapolis. So we're really excited that the regional training is actually happening in Milwaukee this year. So one thing we did too, as well, is we got the cost down to below $20 and it includes lunch and it's an all-day thing. So the morning's going to kick off with a top agent panel with Judy Hebner, Cade Covey, Rick Reuven, and Nicole Wooten. So people from top agents from all over our region are coming in and they'll be interviewed by Scott. So that's the morning. We'll break for lunch. And then what's really great is in the afternoon, they're bringing in Chris, who is a KWU approved trainer. And he's going to talk about how to turn $200 into 2 closings using Command and the tech and resources that we have. And he's going to do a step-by-step plan on how you can get that ROI into doing that. So they wanted to charge what, $70 for this. We got it down to 20. It's an incredible afternoon, very local. It's at the New Berlin Banquet Conference Center. $20. Are
Okay,
we?
so here's what we're gonna
doing that?
do.
Okay, we are.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you one thing. Okay. If you sign up for this, I'll give you your $20 back when you show up and complete the course. Okay, so the accountability is you sign up, you show up, I'll give you the $20 back. You sign up, you don't show up, you pay the $20. Make sense? $20, I'll cover it. The world is run by those who show up. Sound good? All right.
Great. It's a good deal.
It's a really big deal for Milwaukee. So we would appreciate you guys knowing, because this is the whole region is coming to Milwaukee. It's all being held down in the lakefront. It's between 2 locations in the lakefront for 2 days.
Yeah.
Maureen was just saying this is the first event in Milwaukee that we've had at the region. So it's pretty cool that everyone's coming down here. So would love to see you all show up. And I believe we're going to be doing a fun happy hour after. So we'll get that information out to you guys as well. Last but not least, Mega Agent Camp is happening in Austin, Texas, August 15th through the 16th. If you are a Mastery client and MAPS coaching, your ticket is free and complimentary, but they are cutting registrations. There's a limited number of seats. So if you are planning to go to Mega Camp and you haven't registered yet, register now because they are going to be cutting the admissions this year, and there will not be a virtual way to plug in. So again, like Charlie said, the world is run by those that show up. So Mega Camp, August 15th through the 16th in Austin, Texas. And that's what we got for training and education.
Beautiful. Guys, I'll tell you this. It's not average camp, it's mega camp. It's the truth. It's the truth. If you want to build a big business, you got to learn from those who've already done it. And the way in which they do it is they put people on stage who are netting $1 million a year. It's a fact. They look at everybody's P&L. You can't make it on unless you're netting $1 million a year. If you desire to build a business of that size and scale, Mega Camp, not average camp, Mega Camp is the place you should do it. I'll tell you, a lot of people have gone and a lot of people have found the investment totally worthy of their time, energy, and resources. It's 2 days. It's a Monday, Tuesday, you're home Tuesday night or Wednesday morning if you desire to hang out in Austin, where things can get wonky. There's a phrase in Austin, it says, keep Austin weird. But if you've never been to Austin, it's a great time to go. Mega camp. It's not average camp. Check it out. August 15th to the 16th. With that, guys, you'll hear from me. Hear from me in a few weeks. If you need something from me, just know I'm only a text message away. If I'm not present, it doesn't mean that I'm totally out of it. I'll be checking in with our leaders throughout the entire time. I just need to go take care of some business. So with that, guys, it's July 11th. Have a great week. We'll be in touch soon. Thanks for showing up.